Welcome back to Jessi Fit Pilates, your home to get fit, toned, and flexible as we strengthen, stretch, and smile. If you're here for my Pilates Burn series for 2021. I originally started it back in 2018 as a way to show you what I really like to get ready for, which is to wear really cool outfits that I was wearing to Burning Man at the time. It's 2021. There is no Burning Man because of the whole Corona crisis. I think there will be one next year, but it's likely I won't go. I live in New York now. My life has definitely changed a lot since 2018, but I definitely still love wearing skimpy, tight, crazy outfits. So, and actually working out with them. Last year I did it over on the blog. I didn't actually film it on YouTube, but it is over on the blog, little short clips of workouts, so you can check that out. But this year I wanted to do what I did originally in 2018, which was longer form workouts that were with 2 props. So double the burn. Let's get started. We'll be using a magic circle and a small Pilates ball. You can always sub out with different props. You can try a pillow. You can use bands for some of the moves. And just as always, if something doesn't feel right, just leave it on out. We're gonna get started laying on our backs with the ball underneath our feet, and we'll place the circle in our hands. We're going to do footwork, which is something we do on the reformer. So let's start with your hands right above the circle in your hands right above your torso. Take a deep breath in. Just flatten and arch your back a few times. Find your neutral spine. Really draw your belly muscles and squeeze the circle gently. And I want you to reach your feet out a little bit, keeping that neutral spine, then bring it in. Right, the ball won't really stay. You won't really be able to extend the leg all the way out, but just extend out a little bit. You'll really be working through the back of your legs, your hamstrings, and then keeping that neutral spine if you can reach your hands up, right? So inhale here, stretching the arms, straightening the legs as best you can. Exhale in. Now my hips are heavy, my shoulders are heavy, my arms are staying inside the shoulder sockets. And if you wanted to add on, you could even curl up your head, right? Let's go for 8. In, 7, in, 6, right? Inhaling and exhaling, squeezing the circle, squeezing your abs, reaching and bending and reaching and bringing it in. You can always drop your head if it hurts. Now hold it out there. Take your circle behind the nape of your neck. And I'm going to extend the legs out a little bit longer. And I just kind of use it. And I'm going to try to keep my neutral spine, really draw my abs in. Flex your toes, point. Flex, point, flex, point. Keep the head up if you can. Use the circle to support your head. And then hold it here. Let's crunch up, 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 up. For 4, stay in neutral. 3, 2, 1. From there, lower all the way on down. Try to keep the circle pressing down into the mat. See if you can bring just your toes onto the circle now. Have the circle above your chest. We're going to do a tricep now. Now, just on the toes, your range of motion might be small. So here's my tricep arms. See if you can coordinate just on the toes. So that's my range of motion if I'm going to do a leg extension, right? If I'm stretching the legs and I want to not let the ball roll to like the balls of my feet or to my heels. I'm just stretching out with the toes, bending it in, right? When I get to the point where I feel like the ball's going to roll to the balls of my feet, I bring it in, right? This is really working my calves a bit more. And I'm also working my arms and my triceps, staying in neutral. You want to try some with the head up. Let's go 8 with the head up. Really curling the whole spine up, right? Lifting the chest. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, I'm going to bring my feet on top of the ball and I'm going to come to heels together, toes apart. And I'm going to try to keep my whole foot on the ball and I'm going to have my knees bent. Let's try to keep the hands above the chest. And I'm going to come into a bridge. So I'm going to flatten my back and lift my hips up and try to balance on that ball, right? Coming up into a bridge. I'm in my Pilates V, so not too wide with the knees. And then I'm gonna roll my spine down one vertebra at a time and then let it go. Coming back down into my neutral spine. I'm gonna exhale, tuck my tail. Inhale, lift on up. Really feeling that through the back of my thighs, trying to balance on my shoulder blades, not on my neck bones. Melting down my spine one vertebra at a time all the way through my tailbone. And again, tucking the tail, lifting on up, balancing on that ball the best I can. And then coming down one vertebra at a time. And then releasing. A few more coming up, up, up. Holding. Slowly lowering down. Now we're going to come up and hold it, right? You might not need to be too high. I'm going to try to straighten my legs, and it's not going far. It's really hard to stay stable, and that's what I want you to do. Give me 5. It's not going far. 4. You can take your hands down and make that a little bit easier. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. I'm going to straighten my legs out. Now I'm going to try to keep the ball underneath my lower leg. I'm going to squeeze the circle. We're going to try to do a roll up. Bend your knees to modify. Lift your head to your chest. See if you can press into that ball and roll on up and then stretch on forward. And then slowly roll back. One vertebra at a time hits the mat. Reaching the hands above that chest and then head up, rolling up. Trying to stabilize that ball as best you can. I might need to bend my knees a little bit and flex my toes. As you can see, not very easy with the ball underneath the ankles. Rolling back, right? Pressing into that ball, rolling up, really trying to press into that ball as I stretch. And again. And coming up. So much harder with the ball underneath me. Inhaling back. And then exhaling up last time. I'm going to take a hold of my feet with the circle edge and just give myself a big, deep stretch here. Now, slide the ball underneath one foot. And let's go ahead and just take your elbows down and bring the circle right above your chest. Press your other foot into the mat just next to it and just lift your hips up and then lower it down. Lift up and lower. Lift up, lower. Now lift up, hold up. See if you can keep your hips up, slide the ball away, and then bring it in. Slide away, in, slide away, and try to keep the hips at one height. And 4, now just squeeze the circle as you stretch. Right, turn it into an oval. 3, 2, 1. Just hold there, stretch those hips up for a second. Slide the ball in, press your foot into it. See if you can lift the other leg, lower, lift, lower, lift. Let's go 5 more. 5, it's hard. 4, 3, 2, 1. Place that foot down. Go ahead and switch sides. Release all the way. You can change the grip now. So bring your wrists inside the circle, just slightly different. Now outwardly press into the circle. Squeeze your shoulder blades onto the mat. Make sure your spine is neutral. Lift your hips, lower. Keep tension on that circle. Keep your elbows down. Exhale up, inhale down. Try to press evenly through both sides of your hips up to the ceiling, right? Don't let one hip lead. Keep pressing into the ball. Let's go 4 more. Keep both knees reaching up to the ceiling. Try not to let them turn out or in. 3, 2. Hold it. Let's slide the ball out and in. Breathe in. Keep the hips nice and high. Keep them at one height. Last 5, 4. Really stretch that leg. One more time. Bring that foot in. Press into that leg. Lift the leg. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Definitely harder for me with my hands inside the circle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place that leg down. Let's go ahead. Stretch the legs away one more time. Reach the hands inside the circle. Reach the hands forward towards your feet. Lift your head up to your chest. Curl your chest up and stretch forward one more time. Now let's go ahead and let's grab the ball and place it between our thighs. And let's place that circle back behind the nape of your neck. Let's actually come to a nice flat back position just to remind us that we really want to imprint that lower back and keep the lower back long and keep our lower belly engaged. Really scoop your belly muscles in, lift your head and your chest up. Think about really keeping the tail long even though your lower back is flat. Now lift the ball, lower. Make sure your thighs are lifting. Keep your knees at 90 degrees. Lift, lower. Now lift, stretch, bend, down. Lift, stretch, bend. Now just release the head, crunch, up, bend, and down. And inhale, release. Let's do 5 more. Extending, bending, releasing. My lower back stays flat. 2 more. Reaching. Now we're going to hold it up. You're going to reach up, take it down, slide in, up, down, slide in. 1 more. And let's do 4 in the other direction. Bring it in, push away, up, in, push, back stays flat, up, in, push, up, in, push, up. Hold it here, pulse it up, up, up. 3, 2. Now squeeze the ball. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Now both together. Squeeze and crunch. Squeeze and crunch. Squeeze and crunch. Squeeze and crunch. Give me 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees. Take your head on down. Take a nice deep breath in. And let's slide onto all fours with the ball underneath your knees. Actually, ball is going to go underneath one knee. Okay, so ball goes underneath one knee. Circle goes in between the hands. Get ready to do a push-up. Other foot, right, the leg that's not working is going to go out long. Now, first just do the push-up where you're lowering down, coming up. We're going to do oil release. Push up down, so I have gentle tension on that circle. The circle is in between my hands. Keep the core aligned. You can always do this on both knees. Elbows are pretty close to the body. Now here's the other part of the move. You're gonna lift the leg, back leg lower. Try to stay balanced on that ball. You can always take the ball away. That'll make it a little easier. Now we're gonna combine them. Lower down into the push up. Lift the leg, come up, right? Push up, lift the leg, release, right? So you're kind of doing them simultaneously. Oil riggers, let's go. 8, up, 7, up, 6. Nice and easy. They're not. Keep your hips square, chest open, stay balanced, core engaged. 2 more. We're gonna hold that last one. Hold, let's do some hamstring curls. Curl, reach, curl, reach, curl. 4, 3, 2, 1. Set that knee down. Let's go ahead and exchange legs. Bring the other knee down. So this looks, I can already tell this is gonna be my more exciting leg. This is definitely going to be my harder leg. So hold for just a second, draw your abs in, extend out through that back leg. Let's start with the push-ups. Bend, press, bend, press, lower, left, hold. Now the back leg lifts, lowers, lefts, lowers. We're gonna bring them together. We go down, the leg lifts, we come up, right? Lower and lift that leg. Try to keep the hips square, try to stay balanced. Lower and lift, and lower and lift. You can always move the ball if that's too much. 6 more. Keep that spine long. Try not to overly arch that low back. Hopefully I'm not. Last 2, then we'll hold it. Hold it and curl and stretch and curl and stretch. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it on down and we're gonna stand for the end of the workout. Take your ball, place it behind your heels, and come into a releve position. Bring your circle in between your hands, right? So the ball is acting like a support for a high heel. It is not that easy to balance here. We're gonna go into some plies. So really zip those inner thighs together, draw your abs in, bend your knees, plie down, bring it up. I have the circle just starting right in front. Now, keep in mind, pretend you're sliding down a wall. When you plie, you shouldn't be tilting forward, right? You should be just coming down and up. Now let's add the arms. We're gonna reach, bend, reach, reach. Exhale, inhale, lowering and lifting. Squeezing the thighs as you come up. 2 more like this. Now hold it down, hold. Now turn, center, turn. Just twist the torso, so to bend your shoulder to your knee. Keep the lower body still. 8 more, right? Stay as low as you can. Squeeze the circle the whole time. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold it low. I want you to pulse down and up, down and up, down and up. 4, 3, 2, hold. Now pull that circle back, back, back. Now pulse both at the same time, both for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. One more round. Bicep curl as you come up. Give me 8, up, 7, up, 6, right? Really zip those thighs. Inhale and exhale. Now just try one more set, high bicep curl. And 8, right? Go right over your head. Breathe. 5, squeeze those thighs. And 4, 3, 2, hold the last one low, squeeze that circle, give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way up, roll on down. Go ahead and step on off, take a big stretch here, press into the circle. Deep breath around your spine. And that completes our first Pilates Burn workout. I've got sweat pouring into my eyes. Stay tuned next week for when I release the next one, and I will be releasing these all summer 2021. If you're coming here after that, there's a playlist filled with them and a few playlists from the years prior. Thanks so much for tuning in, and make sure you hit that subscribe button so we can get fit, toned, and flexible in a fun and festive way together.